Hello, everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle. Please like, subscribe, and share. You've got me now. I don't know. I think it's 5:30 tonight. If you don't do real estate or you don't like unique stories, then switch to tomorrow morning. This is a real estate story. I've been in the business either as a side hustle from, I started at 28 years old and I'm 66. No, you didn't hear that. That was a mistake of my microphone. Yeah, 66. So, however many years that is, I've done this for a very, very long time. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me. So, you have a person who's comes for your winter rentals. This is a man who's been here. This will be his third winter. And so, you get to know him. He's been very nice. He's been very honest, forthright in the past. And he said, okay, I'm coming back. And I said, okay, great. I'll send you a lease. You want the room from last year? Oh, yes, take the room from last year. So I sent him the lease. And I said, he takes the biggest room with the king size bed. And it has the best water views. So I said, okay, it's $1,200 a month, and I'll send you out the lease. So I sent out the lease. It's all filled out, and he calls me, and he says, I think I just need to pay less. And I said, well, okay, I have the full-size bedroom next door, the one you took the first year. That's only $1,100. Would you like that? He said, $1,100, yes. I'll take that. What do I do now? The lease says $1,200. I said, okay, just cross out the $1,200, write the $1,100, and initial it, and just sign, where you need to sign. Okay. So meanwhile, I'm thinking he's agreed to take the $1,100 room, which would be right next door to the $1,200 room. So he gets here, and I'm helping him unpack his things. He's at the car, sort of taking everything and rearranging everything. So I took a couple trips in just to help him out. He's a little bit older, probably in the same shape that I am, though. But it's nice to have people help you when you're moving, right? Okay, so I put it up in the full-size bedroom. And he comes down and he says, no, I see that you didn't change. You signed the back without going through and changing the line that says the king bedroom. And I said, oh yeah, I told you to change the money and change whatever needed to be changed. And he said, nope, I didn't change it and you signed it. And I said, okay, well, that's okay. If you want to take that bedroom, just, give me the extra $100 and I'll put it for the security deposit and last month's rent. Don't worry about it. I haven't rented that out yet, so you can still have it. Nope. He says, you signed the lease. I'm taking it for $1,100. I said, well, we had an understanding when you called. And he said, nope, I don't care. You signed the lease. This is a man who's been here several times, who's always been on the up and up. So I think, okay, just walk away from this. Maybe he's driven all the way from Maine. Maybe he's just tired, whatever. So I just let him finish doing his unpacking. And so that night he said, something. I said, okay. I said, tomorrow we can discuss this more, and I will need to move my daughter's stuff out of the king-size bedroom if you want it, because we were planning on what we agreed on originally, the full-size bedroom. And he said, nope, I moved my stuff in there. I'm already in there, and I'm not moving it out. He said, you can come in tomorrow morning after I'm gone to work and you can take all her stuff out. I said, that's a little creepy for me. Her underwear's on the dresser there and her makeup. And I'm like, you know, this is a little creepy for me. I can't believe you did this. And he said, yep, and I'm staying. And I'm thinking, okay, just breathe, breathe. Tomorrow things will be changed. And he said, nope, I'm not changing my mind. So now I think, oh my gosh, what if this is just something's happened to him and he's changed or something? So I said, okay, I'm going to have to cover myself. So I put a 30-day notice to quit on his door, which the lease says for any reason whatsoever, because it's a month-to-month lease, I can do that. Now, I can't remember the last time when I ever initiated somebody leaving like that. Usually I say, listen, you have the right. If you meet somebody and you want to go live together, or you get a new job and you need to move, it's okay, just give me 30 days notice, because if sometimes really good stuff happens to people and you don't want to say, oh, you can't do that, or you owe me 4 more months. It's just not right. We got to promote all the good things in life, all the abundance in life. So he said, well, I see what you put on the door, and I am not leaving unless you give me my security deposit and last month's rent back before I even move my stuff out. And with that, I said, I'm not going to argue with you. Good night. So that's an interesting thing, right? So the next morning, of course, I call my lawyer and say, isn't this strange? I mean, this gentleman, he's been so upright standing. I even set him up on blind dates. So I thought, okay, he's put together. He's he's not an executive, but he's an upper level management or organization. And my girlfriend that had I think they had dinner together, maybe, or a cup of wine, or a glass of wine, I guess you say. Sorry, I don't drink. So she said, oh, he seemed very nice. I'm like, yes, he's very nice. Okay, good. So there you go. That was, a year ago. And so the next day, I go down and I'm taking out my daughter's. I open the door because I have the key. So I open the door. I start taking the sheets and everything and the stuff, because you're supposed to bring your own linens. And I take the air conditioner out, because we took the air conditioner out the rest of the house. So it's time to take the air conditioner out. So I didn't have anybody there to help. So I'm taking it out myself. And I take her clothes, and everything's out. Sorry, it's just a little chilly. And I see there, he spilled a glass of water on the bedside table. And I always take and buy glass to put on top of dressers, bedside tables, because things get ruined so easily. And people, if it's not their own, they tend not to be as careful. So I'm like, okay, I'm moving the glass and I'm cleaning underneath. And that's just the first day. And I discover a container of lemonade and a Smirnoff's bottle. I don't know how, it wasn't like one of those little things. It was like a big regular bottle, not a gallon, but whatever the other size is. And it's 3/4 of the way used up. I thought, well, this might explain it, maybe too much drinking. Maybe that's what happened. There was something, but he was driving last night. So I don't know. It's very weird. So maybe there's problems going on or something. So if you were me, what would you do? Let's say it stops right here. What would you do? Or what would you do differently? So this is your first real estate dilemma as a landlord. Write down below what you think is the best plan of attack. And we'll follow this along, and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, this is the Abundance Oracle. I will wish some good luck heading your way. Have a great night. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.